So in our house, in our country, we usually eat so much rice every day. Like we would eat rice in a plate, and they would put rice in it, and then they'd put fried chicken or any food there is if you have a food they would put rice in it, every rice. And in the past, I used to think that being skinny was the way to look attractive, bro. Cause I was really fat at the time. I had gynecomastia. I would think that I have man boobs and stuff like that. And in the past, I thought being skinny would remove this gynecomastia. So I was trying to get skinny at the time. But then, I watched this video about a fitness YouTuber. He told me and there's also communities, and I realized that food is actually needed. I realized that you actually need to lift weights and eat lots of foods. Eat lots of carbs and protein. Now, now the thing is, you might be confused with your diet and stuff like that because oh, what should I do? If I'm gonna work, you might be confused if you oh no, what should I do? Should I eat the carbs or should I just not eat carbs so that I can focus more? Now, the truth is, the truth is just if you eat carbs and protein, then those protein and carbs will will be sent to your muscles. So what I'm saying here is if you're prioritizing the gym or building muscle right now, or maybe you haven't really built muscle but you are skinny fat or fat, and then you're trying to know if you should cut or bulk. If you're lifting weights right now, recommend you to just maintain if you are fat. If you're skinny fat, then recommend you to bulk, then lift weights. Now, the catch is if you are prioritizing the gym, let's say you really want to get the body, and you you're only a student, and let's say you're only a student, and you have fine grades at school, but the grades, you don't really care much about the grades, and you want you want to get this very cool aesthetic body like Giga Chad's body or something. Yeah, prioritize eating lots of carbs. Except that when it's studying time, I recommend you to just not eat so much and try out try taking a walk for 30 minutes after you eat, because I light walk. Just walk for 30 minutes like this outside for after you've eaten your meal. Let's say there's an exam coming up and you really want muscle, but there's an exam and you can't focus. The reason for why you can't focus is basically just you have brain fog, and brain fog is basically caused by your diet. Let's say you're eating. Let's just say you're eating rice, which is high of carbs. High, like it's always it's always carbs that causes the brain fog. Let's say you're eating carbs right now. That means like you should only prioritize the muscle. If you're gonna eat carbs, you should prioritize your muscle or something. Because if you eat if you eat carbs, it's gonna ruin your focus. But if you need to work on this, let's say there's an exam coming up tomorrow and you have to study, you if you if you're if your grades really matter that much, then yeah, you can sacrifice the gym for it. But if they don't matter even that much, well, you can just continue on like do what really matters the most. Except that I'm forced to study for like 2 hours every day because my mom would beat me up or shout at me. They would like shout at me for because I've they would like shout at me if I don't get like the grades, so I'm quite forced. Even though like my work is basically what I'm prioritizing like now, right? I'm making videos, which is basically the work that I'm prioritizing right now. Except that my mom wouldn't allow me to study stuff. I mean my mom wouldn't allow me to not get like low grades because I was like a top student. But like I really lowered it down, so yeah. So like let me just clarify this straight. First, if you're prioritizing muscle, you eat lots of carbs and protein. If you wanna prioritize on working and you want high focus, do not eat carbs or just eat a little bit or just eat like pure meat. Sorry for that. Just eat lots of meat to increase your like very strong focus. Or just stay fasted. If they don't want you to eat meat, just stay fasted until you've done your work. And three, if you're like fat, maintain it. Do not bulk. Just lift weights. That fat is actually quite a good thing. Unless you're like 400 pounds, you would actually need to cut the time. And if you're skinny, bulk up, bulk up a lot of calories, bro. Because like I've seen, I know some guys have told me that it was far harder to lift like the barbell, like it was far harder to like lift the bench, like because like there's skinny people who try to lift the bar on like the bench press, like they would try to lift it and then they couldn't because they don't even put food on their like arms. So how are they gonna like lift that if there's literally no food on their like arms? So yeah, tips for bulking: just eat a little more, even if you're full. So yeah, that's all. Take care, bro. Keep on improving your in life.